Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Zach of Dark Hunt Entertainment, and I just got done watching Hacksaw Ridge, and I just can't stop gushing about it because it's that good a movie. So much to the point that I just felt like that I had to make a video about it. Yeah, where have I been this whole time? It's been released in 2016, and it's based off of a true story. A guy named Desmond Dawes, who refused to kill anybody. But by the end of his time of service, or at least by the end of this story anyways, manages to save a whole lot of lives. Like, that's not getting into real big spoiler territory because that's the vague details that I knew of even going into this movie. So if you've heard anything about this movie at all, that'd probably be the basic gist of what you've heard about this movie. But yeah, it's just so good, and it was released in 2016, and I'm just wondering myself, where have I been this whole time? It is that freaking good. Like, Andrew Garfield as Desmond Dawes, he was very compelling in this story right here. Easily, probably the best performance that I've seen him in personally. Although I haven't seen him in a lot of performances in general. I mean, I'm just not that loyal of an Andrew Garfield fan or anything like that, but Spider-Man can eat shit. That's right, I said it, folks. His Spider-Man performance is nothing to compare to his performance as Desmond Dawes in this movie. Like, the reason as to why that he refuses to kill anybody is just so compelling. Like, I am not going to spoil it for you all, because it is really that good, and you just really got to go in with ignorance, with full-on ignorance, finding out all the little bits of information of the story in order to get so compelled and invested into the story. Sorry for the people in the background, and I would really love to go into spoilers, but yeah, I think I've already said that. But nonetheless, the reason I don't even fully agree with his decision to refuse to kill anybody in wartime, honestly, but the movie really just manages to sell it to people like me really good to fully sympathize with his reasoning as to why that he ultimately decides to not kill anybody, even the most cold-blooded of killers. But you just gotta see it for yourself in order to understand it. And also, Hugo Weaving was in this movie as well, which was kind of funny at first, because when I saw him on screen, I at first honestly thought that he was Sam Neill. Sam Neill, the guy who plays as What's-His-Face from Jurassic Park, and also plays in a movie called Event Horizon. That's the name of the movie that I was looking for. And some New Zealand-produced movie that me and some friends have watched on occasion. It's about some fat kid that he helps take on this journey. I can't remember what the name of it was, but Sam Neill and Hugo Weaving, they look so similar. Like, Sam Neill looks like Hugo Weaving's younger, crustier, dirtier, long-lost brother, if we're to be quite honest, which is why that I got confused between the two at first here. But in this role, Hugo Weaving, he looks pretty dirty and crusty himself in this role, which just goes to show as to how well he was able to sell off this character playing as Thomas Dawes. He was pretty good with the whole character arc that you see that is implied but not explicitly told that he goes through throughout the movie. And the relationship that is evolved, I guess you can say, between him and his son Desmond. Also, Vince Vaughn was in this movie. He plays as Sergeant Hal, who is like the basic training drill instructor for Desmond and all of his battle buddies and whatnot. All of his comrades in arms. And he just really was magnificent, quite amazing, playing as Sergeant Hal. And he also goes to fighting in the battle as well. He's pretty good in that. But Vince Vaughn as a drill instructor, pretty spot on right there, not gonna lie. And Sam Worthington was in this movie as well. He played as Captain Glover, which, to be quite honest, Sam Worthington was a actor that I've never been that compelled in any of his roles. Like Avatar, I honestly don't like Avatar, and Clash of the Titans, the newer iterations of that story, I did not find him particularly compelling in that as well. But in this movie, he is pretty freaking good. You just gotta go see it for yourself in order to believe it. And also, what's the actor's name? I can't remember, but the guy who plays as Smitty. Smitty is kind of like Ace from Starship Troopers in this story, in that he is the main asshole to the main protagonist, but in all eventuality, he goes through a character arc to become a better person and even become friends with the main protagonist, except leagues better than Ace from Starship Troopers. Believe me, honestly. If there was any flaws that I would have to give about this movie, it would probably be some of the love dialogue, being kind of cringy and a little bit bumpy at times, but that is pretty marginal. But even though I go on about all the side characters, there really isn't that much shining moments of all the side characters like you see with Band of Brothers, the miniseries of where they give plenty of time for them to be fleshed out and have their moments of glory. It really is a story that is solely about Desmond Dawes. Desmond Dawes, this is Desmond Dawes' story. This is his journey as you just see, you're compelled into his story, seeing him struggle with trying to deal with his own familial conflicts and also trying to stand up for his convictions throughout the basic training parts of the movie, and even struggling so much to keep on trudging forward as he puts his faith in God to keep on saving more and more of his fellow comrades there on Hacksaw Ridge. 10 out of 10. Go see this movie if you haven't already. Now, I am Zach of Darkon Entertainment, and I will see y'all later. Go see this movie. Bye.